Hey guys, welcome back to Castle Combat TV, and in this video, I will be ranking the top 10 highest graded cards in Castle Combat. And before we go into that, I want to announce the Summer Gauntlet. Here's all the information on screen. I'm going to be giving away, obviously, the packs and the card you entered with, but these two cards are one of ones. You have Sir Gauntlet and the Castle Combat TV Grail. You will get to pick which one you want. The Grail does nothing, it's just a display piece, but it's one of one. There are no other cards like it. And then Sir Gauntlet, he's also one of one. Big showdown, after every round of battle, Sir Gauntlet is +1 power, and foe is -1 power. If you roll a 6 and your foe is removed from game, max power 7 for Sir Gauntlet, and your foe cannot go below 0. And also he takes double damage every round. Can only be used in Gauntlet, +1 life in Gauntlet. Let's go right back to the topic, which is the highest graded card. So it's based on everything: the power number, the color of the card, the abilities. Some abilities are worth more than others because obviously some are better. So like Genie and like Shiny Evergreen, these two cards are really good cards. Genie's one of the best cards in the game, but he doesn't grade really high because yes, he can switch, but I'm talking about Genie up front and what his abilities are on the card, not what he can switch to. Same thing with Evergreen. Evergreen, he comes in at an F. So, and obviously this card is not an F. He's one of the best cards in the game because he can make your whole deck good. But to follow the theme, it's based on what the card is and what it offers when it's on the battlefield. Here are all the grades on screen, like what qualifies you for an A, A+, B, and all that. Moving on to number 10, it is Molnir the 13th. Molnir the 13th is a battling ram. So, Molnir the 13th, power 5, epic battle, roll 2 dice, choose highest, +1 versus bad guys. If defeated, roll a die. If you roll 5 or higher, you can rematch your foe once. So, he is an 8.93, which comes in at an A. And here are all of the points on the screen, how he earned all of his points, all 8.93 of them. So, power number +5, epic battle +1, roll 2 dice +1, +0.6 for the bad guys. And on a 5 or higher, he gets the +0.33 and +0.5 for being part of a very good color, which is green. So that is Molnir the 13th. Moving on to number 9, it is Odin King. So if we're talking about battling rams, Odin King has to be on the list. So Odin King, October exclusive, epic battle, Saga Surge, roll 2 dice, choose highest, doubles add together plus your power, reroll 1s, +1 power in October. So Odin King, he got his points, +6 for his power number, +1 for epic battle, +1 for roll 2 dice, +0.5 for a positive outcome on doubles, +0.5 for reroll 1s, and +0.08 for his October ability. So Odin King at number 9. Moving on to our next card at number 8, it is Gold Morgana. So epic battle, Queen of Shadows, you can negate your foe's ability on a 3 or higher, 2 or higher versus commons. If you win battle, bring back 1 black bad guy from dungeon to hand. If in epic battle with Romulus, then you are +1 power. So she comes in at a 9.24. So she's 0.01 short of joining the A+ club. The A+ club are cards that are 9.25 and above, but she was scored because +5 for a power number, +0.5 for being part of the best color in the game, or a very efficient color, the black bad guys, +1 for the epic battle, +1.41 for the negate on 3 or higher, bonus versus commons, that gives her +0.3, and healing a card gives her +1, and she gets +0.03 because of the epic battle with Romulus. The reason why that's so little is because it only works with one specific card. Alright, so now moving on to the A+ club. All 7 of these cards are very strong. So I know, as I said earlier, there are some cards that are like graded an F, but they're like, the effectiveness is an A+. All 7 of these cards are A+, undisputed, no question. And at number 7, we have Gold Onyx, an A+ card. So this is kind of like the Castle Combat Hall of Fame. Maybe we'll see a couple A+ cards in the future, but these are the only 7 I could find. But here we go. Power 6, epic battle, outwit, and elemental magic. You can force your foe to reroll once per round. If you win, you can bring back 1 elemental from dungeon to hand. So obviously a very good card. The normal shiny Onyx comes in at an 8.5. The reason why this one's so much higher is because he gets a +0.75 for the healing. Elementals are insane, and if you can just add an elemental healing ability to your Onyx if that's already going to be in your deck, that's an automatic upgrade. There are no setbacks. So for those who are wondering how he was scored, +6 for power number, +0.5 for being part of the black bad guys, +1 for the epic battle, +1 for the forcing of rerolls, and also +0.75 for elemental healing. So that is Onyx. So Onyx the 3rd, an A+ card, coming in at a 9.25, 0.01 better than Morgana. Now moving on to our next card, it is Mother Vega, the 2nd member of the A+ club. So epic battle, before battle, she can trade places with any of her children from hand or deck. If Mother Vega wins battle, bring back 1 card from dungeon to deck. Obviously epic battle and can't be negated. So she has scored 5 for a power number, +0.5 for being neutral, +1 for the epic battle, +0.75 for the ability to not be negated, +1 for the healing, plus 1.25 for trading places. So really good. The reason why trading places is not just 1 is because I give you a plus 0.25 bonus, because when you're trading places, you look at your whole deck and you basically get a free scout. So I combine trading places and scouting. Normal scouting is worth around 0.25. Mother Vega, 9.5, a very good card. Now moving on to our next card, we have Gold Romulus at number 5, coming in at 9.53, 0.03 better than Vega. So the reason why it has to be gold is because obviously no Big Showdown. Big Showdown does subtract 0.5, but Epic Battle, King of Shadows, all allies in Epic Battle, including Romulus, reroll once per round. Romulus can arrange any Epic Battle he's in. If in Epic Battle with Morgana, then he is +1 power. So Romulus, he gets +5 for his power, +1 for the Epic Battle, +1 for the rerolls, +1 for all allies in Epic Battle benefiting from his ability, +1 for the rerolls, +1 for all allies benefiting from his ability, and then a unique ability which gives him +1, and the unique ability is the ability to arrange any Epic Battle he's in, and then he gets the plus 0.03 because of the Morgana thing, so that sets him apart from Mother Vega. If he didn't have that, we would have had a tie. I believe Romulus is the highest graded card in the base set, so I think the base set Romulus, just the normal one that you always see, is a 9, but the gold one is 0.53 better. Moving on to number 4, it is Phantom Otho. So Phantom Otho comes in at a whopping 9.58, so 0.05 better than Romulus. So the gate on a 2 or higher. Before battle, you can search your foe's deck or hand for 1 card. Put that card in the deck anywhere you want, and he cannot be removed from game, and he can be included in any good guy army. So he gets 5 because of his power, plus 0.5 for being neutral, plus 1.58 for negating on a 2 or higher, so it's better than 3 or higher. 2 unique abilities. One of them is not being removed from game. That was worth 1.5. He has the send any, search the deck and send any to the bottom, which would be plus 0.75, and then scouting because you're looking in your opponent's deck for plus 0.25. So that comes in at around a 9.58. So very, very strong card there. Phantom Otho, a vital part to any good guy deck. You guys should be looking for this card. I believe there's 6 other ones out there, so if you get your hands on Phantom Otho, you have a card that is part of the A+ club. All right, so now moving on to our top 3, and at number 3, we have the Negating Andromeda coming in at 9.66, an A+ card. So I don't have to explain this card. If you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, this card is insane. So power 6, negate on 3 or higher, heal card if you win, neutral and can't be negated. So scoring 6 for power number, plus 1 for healing, plus 1.41 for negating, plus 0.75 for abilities not being able to be negated, and plus 0.5 for being neutral. So now moving on to number 2, this is not really a real card, but I want to include it. It is Master Mad, coming in at a 9.75. It is one of the best cards in the game, obviously. I actually got one for free because it's me, and then I got another one from a pack, which was insane. So I believe that was a Halloween pack opening. Crazy pull. Definitely one of my best pulls of all time. But Epic Battle, the first Hybrid Warrior. If this card is signed by me, then you can pick one of the abilities. So if you win battle, heal a card, roll 2 dice, or trade places with any card from deck. And if you saw the grade scale or have been following the video, that's going to give him a lot of points. So 5 for being power 5, plus 0.5 for being neutral. If you guys were wondering, he is neutral because, let's see, can be included in any army. Has the Epic Battle, plus 1.25 for trading places, plus 1 for roll 2 dice, and plus 1 for healing a card. So 9.75, the second highest graded card of all time. Now moving on to our number 1 spot, the highest graded card in Castle Combat. He comes in at a 9.91, 0.09 short of a 10. Remember, when you reach a 10, that is a busted card and a perfect card. So this card right here is a near perfect card and might be the highest graded card in Castle Combat from now until the end of time, because I don't see how a card could take King Morgan off his throne. That is our number 1 spot. So here we go. Let's take a look at this card. Epic Battle. Before battle, roll a die. On a 3 or higher, negate your foe's ability. You can roll once per round, and if he wins, bring back 1 card with 5 or less power from dungeon to bottom of the deck. So, let's take a look. Let's break it down why he's so powerful. Power 5, plus 5. Epic Battle, plus 1. Negate on 3 or higher, plus 1.41. Rerolls, plus 1. Heal a card, plus 1. He's part of the purple good guys, one of the best colors in the game. That gives him a plus 6.5. So that's the top 10 highest graded card list. So there are 7 cards in the A+ club. Maybe we'll see one in the Midsummer set. I don't know. It is very hard for a card to crack the A+ mark. If you guys have noticed, all the cards here have a power 5 or 6, and that's because when I'm grading, the power number is the base, and the higher that number is, the easier it is, or the bigger head start you get. But when I do grade lowest battle score, I go on a different system, because like if it's Aurora, right, she would be a 2 out of 10, which would grade an F, and she's obviously not like an F. The reason why you guys can see Kyanite and Shroud is because any card that self-destructs, like both of those cards remove themselves from game, that is -2, which can take your card from an A to a C. Like Kyanite, he's 6.33. That is his grade. If he didn't remove himself, he's an 8.33, which puts him at an A. But since he removes himself, he is a C, and I think the Shroud is the same thing. So that is why all these cards on here, when they lose, they go to dungeon. So for example, if King Morgan removed himself from game upon loss, then he would get -2, which would bring him from a 9.91 to a 7.91, which I believe comes in at a B. So self-destructing cards definitely don't benefit on the grade scale, which makes sense. But another card is Crazy 8. You guys are wondering, like, if you do that with the power numbers, why isn't he an 8 out of 10 and gets like +1, and then a plus 0.75 for not being negated? The reason is because he's an 8 with no battle roll. So when I graded Crazy 8, I just gave him a 4, so he's 4 out of 10. Then adding, I believe he comes in at a 6.5, and that's basically everything I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.